Hi, Year Nines. So, welcome to the future, pretty much. This is our life from now on. So, today, what I want to do is run you through the processes of us doing art online. And I also want to talk about what you guys need to be accomplishing over the next 2 weeks in order to pass and finish off your first term of art. Before I get started, I just want to say that even though these are tough times right now, I'm really excited with the things that we have planned for next term. By the way, they've totally changed. You have no idea what you're doing at all. To a certain extent, neither do I, but it's going to be an amazing learning curve and something that will be an excellent opportunity to get our mind off of the current situation, because art can be the best therapy for anything. Okay, so let's get started. Day map. Day map from now on is going to look pretty crazy. There are going to be more homework tasks that I put up for you guys, class notes telling you exactly what you've got to do. You're going to have to actually read the task sheets. Oh my goodness, that's crazy, hey? You will have to read them, and I will put up examples as well for you, okay? The first thing that you'll see that pops up here is me asking you to get Microsoft Teams on your computer. If you haven't been in class for a while, you wouldn't know this, but if you have been in class, you do know this. We now officially have a Microsoft Teams page for each class. This is a class A, but there's a class B one too. So can you see if you can download that onto your computer, and can you open up your Microsoft Teams page for your class? Once you do, read this message and it asks you to do something at the bottom. Can you please do it? Okay, so Teams. Secondly, our classes, I'm going to be checking in with you guys at least once a week. That once a week for class A is going to be on Tuesday at 9:10. Sorry, I'm remembering this off of my head. Class B, you guys are going to be meeting with me on Wednesday at 12:55. Okay, so what you need to do is check the other homework link that says we'll be having a digital meeting via Zoom. Can you please click on this link and follow the prompts to download this new program? Please, thank you. Give it your best shot, guys. We are all now tech experts. Okay. I'll go through that one in a second. What I want you guys to do now is please click on the task sheet just here. This has been slightly modified depending on what it is that we are doing at the moment. Things on this task sheet you've seen before, like for example the skill development. I'm going to ask that you re-upload every single part of this task sheet and everything that it's asking you, but pretty much what I'm saying is you guys should be able to, once you've downloaded it, tick off half of these things, these ones here. Okay, so next step is the clay building techniques. Most of you would have done these things, so again you'd be able to tick it off. You are also asked to do quick dot point annotations, which is what I was getting students to do last week in class. If you haven't done this, please do so. But if you are concerned that you didn't finish off one or more of these clay building techniques, read this red bubble over here. If you didn't make one of them, so say you weren't in class for the pinch pot technique or you weren't in class for any of them, tell me, hi Miss Dawson, wasn't in class for when we did the slab building and the textures, therefore did not make this one. Then I will understand and I will allow and let that slide. If, for example, you were there for the pinch pot technique, but you really struggled with it, the clay was too dry, you failed every time you tried to create it, tell me that. I will be understanding. I will let it slide, okay? If you leave this completely out of your folio and you leave it blank, I will not let it slide. Get the idea? Okay. What we should have moved on to now is the idea generation. So what you guys are meant to be doing is first the image idea collection. That was your homework 2 weeks ago. And then last week, hopefully, if you were reading the previous task sheet, you have now created 3 to 4 concept sketches. Your concept sketches are meant to look like the example that I uploaded to Daymap. This is I'll zoom out so that then you can see it. This is a standard one, but it has a inspirational image of what sort of vessel it is that you are going to create. It has some inspirational images of the types of illusion artworks that you are looking at, basic shape of the vessels that you are creating. In my case, I wanted to create a pot for my pot plant, a front and a back view with annotations explaining, and then I took it one step further. I wasn't sure what I was going to include in my little pattern sections here that I wanted to create, so I developed a few different designs, decided on this one, annotated it. What you'll notice is that my drawing skills are not perfect. My final design is not perfect, but I am giving the basic idea of what it is going to look like. Please make sure that you look over these examples, and if yours does not look like this and you're hoping to get an A, what I mean when I say it doesn't look like this, what I mean is it's not this detailed. If yours is not that detailed and you're hoping to get an A, change it, add to it, okay? The information for what you need is just here. Okay, and then finally on Tuesday, it should be that you are doing this, but I have made the due date deadline for this task on Friday this week because I am allowing extra time. So hopefully by Tuesday, if not at least by Friday, you are starting to create your final vessel. This includes idea refinement, okay? Let me talk about what you can use to make that final vessel out of. Oh, Miss Dawson's got it written down over here on your Daymap page. Okay, list of materials you can use to make your final vessel out of. I understand that you're not going to necessarily have clay at home. I would be very surprised if you did. But you can make your clay vessel out of any one of these materials. If it is something that you are making, like paper mache, air dry clay, or Play-Doh, I've attached a YouTube link that shows you exactly how to make that thing out of basic materials like flour, cornstarch. Follow the YouTube video. Or you could make it out of toilet rolls. That's meant to say, like, not toilet paper, but the rolls. Yep. Okay, I want to make that very clear because toilet paper is in short supply at the moment, I guess you could say. You can make it out of cardboard, you can make it out of paper, you could make it out of leaves and sticks that you find lying around. One thing that you guys all should know though is that not all of these material types are equal. So what I would recommend is, if you can, make it out of something that is similar to clay in some ways, like these items here. All right. The paper will also be a good one. The lesser quality materials, probably your leaves and sticks, maybe your cardboard, depending on how you are using it. So yeah, be aware of what materials you are using it out of. Could equate to a not as high of a grade because it's not as skillful, I guess you could say. The other thing that you should be aware of is that you are allowed to use binding materials. For example, you can't just use newspaper to create paper mache, you need glue as well. Same with if you are using cardboard or cut paper, you probably would need that glue. But you cannot combine multiple materials. For example, using some toilet paper rolls and some leaves, or some toilet paper rolls and some Play-Doh. Okay, do not do it. Yeah, okay. So what you should be doing this week, if you have not done already, I want my Word document, is coming up with those 3 to 4 concept sketches that look like the example that I've got on Daymap. Thinking about what materials you'll be using to create those. Later on during the week, I will upload a final task sheet, which is for the actual final creation of your vessel. But for now, please make sure that you're coming up with those concept sketches. One more thing before I go really quickly. Again, we'll be doing a Zoom meeting either on Tuesday for Class A or Wednesday for Class B. And the final thing, remember, the final aim, the final goal is for you to create a vessel, but that vessel must have illusion in it. Must have illusion. If you're struggling with that illusion idea concept part, and I've gone too far, go to our class feed, scroll down a little bit, look for Miss Dawson's PowerPoint that says illusion, artist introduction. You guys have all seen this before. I'm not going to wait for that to download. I am just going to go to the PowerPoint. This one here. Look at the artists that we've looked at previously to draw inspiration for your final illusion vessel. See you when I see you guys at the Zoom meeting. Make sure you download that thing. Goodbye.